Have you ever heard of a place that just forgets people? Not ghosts, not killers, not demons, just forgets. Because what happened in Raven Creek, West Virginia, in 2009 isn't a ghost story. It's worse. It's real. In June of that year, 26-year-old Anna Bauer arrived in the small town of Raven Creek to visit her aunt and uncle. She had just graduated from a culinary school in New York and needed a break from city life. Raven Creek seemed perfect. Small, quiet, the kind of place where everybody knew everybody. But within 2 weeks of arriving, Anna completely vanished. And here's where it gets disturbing. When police came to investigate her disappearance, the townspeople all claimed they had never even heard of Anna Bauer. Not the shop owners, not the neighbors, not even her own relatives. Anna's uncle, Robert, was the one who called the police. He swore she had stayed in the guest room, helped with gardening, and even cooked dinner every evening. But his wife, Ellen, Anna's aunt, looked confused and said, "Who are you talking about, Robert?" She had no memory of Anna ever being there. Police were initially convinced Robert was either mentally unwell or lying. But when they checked the house, they found Anna's toothbrush, a half-packed suitcase, and her diary under the guest bed. One line was circled multiple times in red ink. Something is wrong with this town. They forget. But I remember. The investigation took a darker turn when one of the officers, Detective Harris, found a photo in the attic of the house. It showed a much younger Ellen and Robert, probably from the early 90s, with a teenage girl who looked almost exactly like Anna. But when Harris showed the photo to Ellen, she said, "That's me and Robert, but I don't recognize the girl." Forensics later dated the photo. It was taken in 1992, but Anna was born in 1983. She couldn't have been that girl, unless she'd been to Raven Creek before. The police brought in a psychologist and even a memory expert from Washington, D.C. to analyze the townspeople. Over 30 locals were interviewed. All of them had gaps in memory going back years. Some couldn't recall who the mayor was before 2004. One man forgot his son's name mid-interview. A theory emerged. Was Raven Creek some kind of memory black hole? Things got even stranger when Detective Harris returned to the station one morning, walked to his desk, and saw a sticky note he didn't remember writing. It read, "Don't forget her again." He started documenting everything, writing down his own memories daily. But 2 days later, he walked into the station again and didn't remember who Anna Bauer was. His entire case file was blank. Every photo, every page, gone. The department blamed a filing error. Robert, Anna's uncle, grew increasingly paranoid. He said, "They're erasing her like she never existed." One morning, he was found unconscious in the backyard with mud stuffed in his mouth and ears, and across his chest, written in permanent marker, were the words, "She's not the first." From there, everything unraveled. Old Town records from the 1800s listed a dozen other cases of people disappearing under similar conditions. The victims were always out-of-towners, always staying with family, and always forgotten by the people closest to them. A few theorists believe the town itself is cursed, that something buried beneath Raven Creek feeds on memories, not lives. Some believe it's environmental, maybe a chemical, maybe a gas leak. Others, they think it's something else. One Reddit thread that tried to document Anna's case went viral in 2014, until the entire subreddit was mysteriously removed. No mod ever took credit. The original post is gone. So are the screenshots. And here's the most terrifying part. 2 weeks ago, in 2025, a college student named Liam Foster from Ohio passed through Raven Creek on a camping trip. He sent his last text on June 12th. It read, "This town feels off. People keep asking me if I'm lost. I said I'm just visiting. but one lady looked at me and whispered, "You will be." Liam hasn't been seen since, and his mother says she doesn't remember having a son. So, what do you think is happening in Raven Creek? Is it a gas leak, a government experiment, or something ancient and alive beneath the town? Tell us what you believe in the comments below. And if this story gave you chills, subscribe now to Ghost Story 2.0 for more true American horror stories that will keep you up all night. We'll be watching.